away for a bit of work and 1 or 2 days of pleasure. I'm recording this live from New York, and I'm just going to wait for this audience to slowly build up. I'm hoping that you can hear me loud and clear, so if you can, what I'll do is just get people to give me the thumbs up if you can hear me. Beautiful, good to see you. Okay, let's get this audience building up. So, by the way, just behind me is, hey Jules, I knew you'd love New York, and I can see why you love it. So gang, just behind me of course is the streets of Manhattan, and what I'd like to tell you is that out heading that way is where Times Square is, and the plan for today is that I will be going to Wall Street. I want to go to Harlem. Hey Christian, how you going, Jules? Yesterday we had an amazing day, and that was, I mean, I thought I was going to go out there and hang out for, half an hour, do an interview, but geez, I had a really great afternoon with Gary V. And I'm going to cover, just a small amount of what was discussed there. Hey Hazel, how you going? Hey Jaylee, how you going? But one of the things, guys and girls, I want to tell you about as I'm, recording this is, when I look around at these big buildings behind me, the hustle and bustle of people going through, it's 7:30 in the morning here, and people are running this to Starbucks, having their coffee. As you can see, people are walking around. One of the things I get when I look around here is just the abundance of it all. Hey Georgie, how you going? And abundance to me is incredible quality that I want to get into people, because I think in life you're only thinking abundance or scarcity. And as I look at these, big buildings up here in the sky, all I can say to you is that think possibility. And I think that, one of the things that we spoke about with Gary V says, Tom, the biggest problem that we have with people is that they want to try and build the builder's building by not putting their time and effort in their own, but by chopping other people's buildings down. And that to me is a great metaphor. The fact that focus on your own shit, focus on building the biggest building of your own. And what I mean by that is that too many people are worried about what other people are doing. Stay in your own lane. Talking about lanes, let me tell you, these have to be the biggest footpaths I've ever seen in my life. These footpaths are absolutely massive. There's just people flying. If I walked further down the street, it would be chaos. People with their suits and their black coats rushing to get to work. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is that abundance. The second thing that, when Gary V comes to speak, well, he's not coming to Eric, he's going to be on the live stream, but that video that you're going to, see, and I'm not going to cover it here, obviously, it is absolute gold, and I want you to come to Eric if you haven't already booked. But the one thing that, he said to me, he said, mate, I live, get ready for this, I live each day as if I'm going to die. And guys and girls, let me just tell you, there is gold in that thought. Too many people are acting and living and playing life in first gear, thinking that life is a dress rehearsal. I'm telling you absolutely straight. To me, one of the great gifts, and I've said it before, it was a gift that was badly wrapped, cancer, is that what actually it does is it helps you understand that the most amount of time you've got left in your life is right now, this moment, this second. And what it teaches you is the ability to understand that time is a precious commodity. It is more precious than money. You see, money can go from one person to another in a moment, whereas time is something like, if you actually think about it, this moment that I've got with you is never going to come back again. And the reality is, as positive as I want to be, I am closer to my death right this minute than what I was the last minute. and in 2 minutes I'll be closer to my death again. And when you live with this thought, you begin to realize that you have an obligation to yourself to play big. And for me, playing big is meaning that I play big in energy, I play big in creativity, I play big in contribution, in giving to others, I play big in making sure that the work you do is the best work you can do. Playing big is about making sure that when you look at someone that's struggling, you actually go off and help them. Playing big is building others up, not tearing them down. Playing big is actually trying to leave a legacy behind, making your life matter, creating purpose to it. Playing big to me is about this, being the best you, because there is no better you than you. Think about it. There is no better you than you. Even if someone copied you, the best they could be is the second best copy of you. So part of the game in 2017 is to realize to play your own fucking game, right? So I'm saying to you, as I'm talking to you now, I want you to think bigger than you've ever thought before. I want you to actually think from imagination, not memory. That's what I want you to do, to think from imagination. I'm going to tell you, when we actually created the brochure for Arik and that I was coming over to interview Gary Vaynerchuk, mate, I was still in cancer treatment. But you know what? I actually pretended, acted, believed, brainwashed myself that I was going to be good and that it was all going to be over and I'd be hopping on a plane and I'll be doing it. And you know what? It fucking happened. So the point I'm saying here is another tip I want to give you. Always think about the one reason why something is going to work, not the 10 reasons it won't work. You cannot have a positive life with a negative mind. And I'm telling you, having the psychology of getting control about what your mind thinks about is probably one of the biggest achievements that you'll ever make. The next thing I want to talk to you about, and we touched it again with Gary Vee yesterday, is this concept about EQ versus IQ. You know, when I was young, I always used to think to myself, like, I wasn't in the smartest classes, I wasn't in the dumbest classes, but I was sort of in between. But the reality is, it would take me longer to do a Rubik's Cube than, say, someone else. It would, potentially take me longer to do a mathematics paper than someone else. And I actually thought to myself that that is a disadvantage in life. I know that if I test on an IQ, I'll probably come somewhere in between. I have been tested, not at the high mark, but not at the bottom mark. But now, 30 years in business, I've worked out that IQ counts for shit. Some of the most intelligent, articulate people loathe around the streets of the world as derelict academics, because I've learned that the most important thing of all is having an EQ. You see, if you have a high EQ and you can be able to read the play and understand the way that people operate, you can be one of these people that's got clarity about why they're doing what they're doing and have the skills to help other people get the stuff that you need to get done. I'll repeat that again. People that know how have people that know what to work for them. So you can have the brainiest people in the world, but if they've got no clarity and no purpose and no vision, it's the people that know why that win. So having this ability to read the play, having the ability to help other people achieve their goals to get your goals is absolutely critical in business. So I actually thank my Creator above, because at the end of the day, being blessed with a high EQ has proved to be far more valuable than having an IQ. So effectively today, you can drop your bullshit story about saying, hey, I'm not smart enough, because I can tell you, you don't have to worry about that score. So gang, let me just finish up, because I've got a massive day ahead of me, and that is that what I want to talk to you finally is about the fact that I want you to think that your future, I want you to think that the next 12 months are going to be much bigger than your last 12 months. the term I've used before is I want you to think that your future is going to be bigger than your past. And by the way, guys and girls, share this video around. Give people a view of, New York and what's going on here in New York, and give them a bit of a view about the last thing I was about to say. So press that share button, guys and girls. What I was going to say finally is this. Success in your life, guys and girls, is 80% psychology and only 20% mechanics. I'm going to repeat. Success is 80% psychology and 20% mechanics. I want you to make your future bigger than your past. And I want you to begin by making the decision, like you're probably in Australia or New Zealand if you're watching this, or the UK. I want you, as you go to bed tonight, or if you're waking up somewhere, I want you to turn around and make a 30-day challenge. What if for the next 30 days you said to yourself, you know what? I'm going to make an absolute effort that I'm going to be the most important, the most positive person I can be on the planet. By the way, a lot of people don't know that, but that is a goal that I have, to be the most positive person I know. And by that I mean, what if over the next 30 days you created a new habit? And the new habit is that what you would do is you would move away from people that are negative. What if you turned around and you said to yourself, every time I read something, it'll be positive? What if you turned around and you said, I'm going to stop looking at the bad news? What if you turned around and said, I'm going to replace talkback radio with positive podcasts? What if you turned around and you actually said, I'm going to write down my goals each day on things that inspire me? And why do you have to write them down? It's not that you forget them, but it's actually good to advertise them to yourself, to give you a preview of your life's coming highlights, to give you an opportunity to understand that this is what the future is. And I've said it before, guys and girls, no matter where you are right now, don't get too attached to it, because if things are shit, remember, your current situation is not your permanent destination. Think about that. Your current situation is not your permanent destination. It's simply a journey that you're coming from. Guys and girls, let me just, as Georgie says, I'm just going to show you around a little bit now here of New York. Let's have a look. Let's do a scan here. Right? Sorry, guys. That's it there. Have a look. People are buzzing. People are having a great time. How are you, sir? Fine. Say hello to Australia, matey.
Hi.
What do you do?
I sell tickets.
He sells tickets, guys. He sells tickets. Gang, I want to thank you so much. I got a big day. I got my video crew here as well, gang. So we're shooting a lot of coaching videos while I'm here. Fantastic day hanging out with Gary Vaynerchuk. And guys and girls, off to News Corp tomorrow. Probably going to watch a baseball game. And I'm going off to buy some running shoes today because I've left them and I feel like going for a run. I did a walk around Central Park yesterday. So as we're walking down here, gang, let me just show you. This is what cabs look like in those yellow cabs there. See if we can actually have a look there, guys. This is what it's like, gang. This is New York City. Gang, at that point, what I might just say, great talking to you. I'm a Yankees man, Shane. I'm a Yankees man. But gang, my final words to you are, out of everything, this is one of the things I got out of Gary V. Be real. Why? Because in a world that's constantly telling you to change, to be someone else, in a world that's saying to you, you're not cool, I'm going to say to you, be you. Real is so rare these days. Be yourself. The world will adjust. Signing off.